Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak, and more importantly, welcome back to the original HJN. Because that's where I'm going to be, but only for a few more days, because, well, getting closer now to the 13th, and well, it's about time for me that I continue on with a few other ideas in mind that I can probably get out of the way earlier than necessary. Because I am in fact going to be spending quite a while with this new crossover that I've been talking about a lot since last month. And now, this is number 587, Decomposition. Basically the process of which that a corpse rots away to nothing but a skeleton. Yeah. To explain it in greater detail though, decomposition first starts, well, just minutes after one's death, when bacteria starts collecting all over, and all three of the mortises, or morti, have taken place. Livor mortis, algor mortis, and rigor mortis, which are basically the three phases of how a body is prepped for decomposition. The body becomes pale, cold to the touch, and stiff. And then, of course, the process eventually begins. Flesh, of course, allows wounds to appear, even though they don't have to be physically obtained anymore. Decomposition does allow blood to come out, but it also allows vital organs to be exposed in different ways. Blood, of course, will spill out in some possibilities, unless, of course, blood had already been drained. But for the record, decomposition is in fact just a way of simply turning yourself into a skeleton. But then, of course, as time would go by even further, there's some cases where skeletons are also broken down. Bone is certainly not the most indestructible substance or material or compound ever to exist. We've had a lot of things in history in relation to very long lifespans from the date that they were first fabricated or made or even born to the day that they're finally broken down completely. For most of us though, the time pretty much depends based on decomposition from the second that death happens in one's life all the way to the point where the skeleton itself is broken down and turned to dust. Usually it takes way longer than it would just for a normal process of decomposition, which that alone could take up to a full year. Sometimes more or less, depending on the environment or temperature or the weather patterns. There are a lot of factors that can apply to how decomposition can take place, but overall, it is what it is. Now, this talk about death is already getting me worried around here for what this whole entire year, 2021, is gonna pretty much be like. So you know what? I guess it's time to go ahead and draw the line here, but if you want to see more go down on my channel, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.